Hi guys, welcome back. So last time we left off here, we left right here. What does the term marketing mean? So I've explained that, and let's start. Let's continue. So first we have core marketing concepts. So let's understand what a need, want, and demand is. They are three different things. So first, a need is it's a need. You need, it's an essential thing. That means a person cannot live without it. So you need certain things like you need food, water. You cannot live without these things. So they're a need. So marketers are individuals who entered in the market and have understanding of the activities of the marketing. So marketers enter the market and they will analyze or see what our needs are. In case if I need water, maybe I have a specific type of water I need, like for example, let's take a mango flavored water. So the marketers will see, okay, fine, this is what this person needs, a mango flavored water, and they cannot live without it. So they will ask the producers who will make water that you make this kind of water, you will get more money, and the person will also be satisfied after drinking the water. So, for understanding the activities properly, understanding needs and wants of customers become essential. Thus, marketing is satisfaction of the needs and wants of the customers. So, marketing is satisfaction of the needs and wants of the customers, and needs are a state of being deprived of something. And you need this, but you don't have it. So, that's a state of being deprived. That means you don't have something. So, needs can be physical, like hunger, clothing, or shelter. And if unsatisfied, it leaves the person unhappy and uncomfortable. For example, we are fasting and we didn't have food since morning, and the moment a person names a favorite food, it is tough for us to resist because we need that food. We are hungry. So needs can also be social, like love and belongingness, and self-esteem, like status and self-actualization. So needs does not need to, it does not need to be anything object, like an object. It can be very like feelings, or it can be something that you cannot see or touch. It can be intangible. So these needs are not invented by marketer, rather they are widely known and known academic model of needs that was proposed by psychologist called Abraham Maslow. And this, so a marketer can identify where a person's need is, like in case a person needs security of resources like employment or health, like in health they're lacking something, then an marketer will identify like, okay, fine, their need is under the safety needs. So now they will, look into it more. So although this model is prominently used in motivational studies, but it can also be applied for customer needs. So this model is basically sometimes always used by psychologists, but it can be used here as well. So So a marketer can't create needs, and marketers have the option of identifying, analyzing, anticipating, and fulfilling the needs only. So they cannot create needs. They cannot create that you need water. Only you will know that I want water, I want food. Someone cannot say that, oh, you need food and water. That's not how a marketer does. Rather, the marketer will identify, analyze, okay, fine, this person needs water, what kind of water, and they will try to fulfill the need by delivering products. Like you have different brands of water today, you don't have one, you have different brands. Next, you have wants. Wants are form taken by human needs as they are shaped by culture and individual personality. This is a very important thing because it can come for fill in the blanks, one mark is true or false. So they are shaped by culture and individual personality. They are essentially dependent upon needs. You want is a luxury. You want different types of food, but a need is that you need this food, otherwise you will die. So that is a need. Need is very essential. But want, it is like after you have your basic food, it's like I want desserts, I want snacks. Though you will not die or you will not feel deprived if you don't have these things. So wants are basically different types of choices, that you want this, you want that, you want different things. So that's basically a choice. But need is not a choice. You need to have it. Like it's very important. Need is important, but want is not that important. If you have, you have money, then you can have it's your preference. So they are shaped by culture and individual personality, and they're essentially dependent upon needs. For example, a person in North India would satisfy his hunger with rajma chawal, while a person from South India would like to have fish curry and rice. So this person from North, wants to satisfy with rajma chawal. So that's a different types of food, right? So this is your want, that you want this and you want that. But if you are like starving for 10 days and you have not found food and someone is giving you just a bowl of rice, you need that bowl of rice. You will eat it. But if you are comfortable and you had your breakfast and then for lunch you're offered rajma chawal, that's your want. You want to have this. You like to have it. Next is demand. So next in demand, you may want demand is something that is backed by the ability to pay in reference to time as well, and how much quantity you want, how much the price of how much is the price of the quantity. So you might want to dine out in a 5-star restaurant. Not everyone can dine out in a 5-star restaurant. Those who have money and can pay for the food will dine at a 5-star restaurant. Those who have less money and still want food, they'll go to a 2-star or 3-star restaurant. But the question that here is asked, that do we have money to dine out at Taj? If yes, then that will become a demand. Basically, demand is want backed by willingness and purchasing power. Willingness is that you want to buy it, and then purchasing power is that you have the money to buy it. For an example, willingness is that you want to buy a new TV and it's 50,000 rupees, but you have the money to purchase it. That's your demand. But you want to buy a TV which is for 1 lakh, but you only have money for 50,000. That is not your demand. That is something you want, but you can't buy. So top marketing companies like HUL or Idea or Airtel, they first understand the needs and wants of customers, and then they fulfill the needs, wants, and demands by conducting a consumer research. Means researching the consumers, like searching out what they want, what they need, what their demands are, to see. And then only they can tell the producers or manufacturers that this is what your customers want. So then they will make the products, and then they can marketers can either sell the product. They won't necessarily sell the products, but they will do promotional activities and all other types of activities in order to make profits. So, and also get regular feedback from the salesman in the market about unfulfilled customer needs. Like a salesman is like in the shop, and if a customer says that I don't like this product, or this product is having this feature that I don't like, then that's and the marketer will identify, okay, this product, this particular feature is not nice. Then they will go tell the salesman, or not the salesman, they'll go tell the producers or manufacturers. So, for example, Big Bazaar, a retail store for Future Group shop floor, managers regularly mingle with customers on the shop floor and try to satisfy every customer by finding out what they like about the product, what they don't like about the product. Next, we have objectives of marketing, and this is very easy. Objectives is basically the motives of marketing. Why there is marketing? Why someone who wishes to study marketing, gives these points, give what it basically is. So, what marketing does and what are the objectives? That's basically motives of marketing, what a marketer does, and how marketing helps. So, a company will be clear with its marketing objectives, and these objectives must fit in with the overall business objectives for formulation of proper business strategy. So, a business has a lot of departments like finance, human resources, then we have marketing, and so on. So, this plan should fit on with the overall business plan or strategy to achieve proper profits and proper long term goals like to set. So the objectives of marketing, the company must take care of creation of demand. So marketing management's first objective is to create demand through various means. A conscious attempt is made to find out the preferences and tastes of the consumers by the company. Demand for the products and services are created by informing customers the utility. And according to the products, utility is basically satisfaction. If you've studied economics, you know what utility is. Utility is basically, how much satisfaction you derive from a certain product. And according, the products and services are produced to satisfy the needs of the customers. So a conscious attempt is made by a marketer to find out the preferences and tastes of the consumers, what they like and what they don't like. And then demand for the products are created by informing customers that if you use this product, this much satisfaction you will get. If you use this product, this will make your life easier. So that's how they create demand. That's how marketing creates demand. Second is customer satisfaction. The first and foremost marketing manager must study is the demands of customers before offering any products or services. Marketing begins and ends with the customer. You'll study more about how it begins and ends with the customers, and satisfaction of the customers is the outcome of understanding of needs and meeting them successfully. Only if you understand the needs and wants of a customer and you fulfill them, only then a customer will be satisfied. If you don't fulfill them and if you deliver faulty products, then they will not like it and the customer will not be satisfied and they will not buy more products. Third is market share. Every business aims at increasing its market share. It is this is a definition. It's the ratio of its sales to the total sales in the economy. So business sales market share is that basically it's a particular business sales compared to the total sales in the economy. For instance, both Pepsi and Coke compete with each other to increase their market share. For this, they have adopted innovative strategies. Market basically is now with customers, sellers, and buyers. And now both are very big companies, Pepsi and Coke. And what Pepsi or Coke is trying to do is increase the number of customers or consumers. Like they want more customers and consumers to buy their products, and the more the customers and consumers buy the products, the more bigger their revenues will be, and they in the market they'll be more big. Like they'll expand the company even more. That's basically market share. Then generation of profits. The marketing department is the only department which generates revenue for the business because of the promotional strategies and everything they do. So sufficient profits must be earned as a result of sale of one satisfying products. So basically, they generate profits by giving the customers what they want by delivering the products. If the firm is not earning profits, it will not be able to survive in the market. Obviously, because if the firm is not earning money, then they can't pay their employees. Then they can't pay their third parties or manufacturers or producers and more. And if they're not able to do that, then they will go out of money and they'll not be able to survive in the market. So moreover, profits are also needed for growth and diversification of the firm. Then we have public image. To build up the public image of a firm over a period is another objective of marketing. Goodwill of companies is created over a period of time with regular emphasis on customer satisfaction. Through continuous improvement in products and services, the marketing department provides quality products to customers at reasonable prices and thus creates its impact on the customers. So public image is basically how we view the company. Is it a good company or a bad company? If it's a good company, that means they'll be having good products, good warranty services, or good quality. If it's a bad company, that means the products are bad, the customer service is bad, and it's not good. So of marketing helps with the public image of a company. So marketing basically does promotional activities and it builds a company in the minds of the customers, like what kind of company it is, what are the objectives of the firm. That's what makes a public image. So if a company has good values, good ethics, good products, good customer service, then in the public we will see that the company is a good company. We have next is called creating a market offering. Again, this is very easy. Why do we purchase or own anything? So it basically asks us a question that why we buy anything or why do we own anything. So this is an old example because this material is very old. Or throughout the book it uses old examples. So many of us use iPods and we own one because we want to hear music. So basically we buy iPods because we want to hear music, or we have one because someone influenced to buy one, because someone else bought and they said, oh, this product is very nice, you should also buy. So we also buy. After iPods were introduced, few purchased the device because it had an image, it was very cool. Now there is a certain section of society where they see everyone is buying iPods now, so there's a trend. So even they're buying iPods because it's very cool. So owning an iPod became a cool fashion statement. So whoever had a cool iPod, everyone like looked at them, they're like, oh wow, you have an iPod. So everyone started buying. So it became a fashion statement. But now iPods have become quite common because now everyone has it, so it's very common now. But the impact that iPods had on the music and entertainment industry has been huge because the product was a revolution in the entertainment industry. So this product was so advanced and the technology she used was so good that it replaced all other devices, like all other music instruments that were there. Like before the iPod, there were many other something example like the Walkman. if you ask your parents, you will know they must have used a Walkman. It's basically like an old music device through which you can hear music. But through the iPod, you could customize your music, like create playlists, play whichever song you want in a loop, or you can like shuffle your playlist order. So it was very customizable. That's what customers liked. So everyone started buying it, and they started replacing the Walkman, a device used to a device used earlier. Now people buy things to solve needs. If they have a need, they will have people will buy it to solve that. In case of the iPod, the need is to have better access to music or to look cool or both. So market offerings of products. So this is the definition, the main one I've highlighted. Market offerings of products and services designed to deliver value to customers. Every customer has a value towards money, value towards the product. If a customer does not see value in a product, then they will not buy. So they need to have value. Value means it needs to have good product. It needs to be good product, good quality. That's the value of a product. Either so the value could be, sorry, that was my dog. So either to fulfill their needs, satisfy their wants, or both. The market offering refers to a complete offer for a product or service. The product or service that is sold in the marketplace is called market offering. This is what the market is offering, right? The market offering is basically giving the product in a shop, and that is sold. So that's basically market offering. So these are the various types of devices like iPod or Walkman. They used to offer these products in the shops. So that's basically a market offering. Next, we have product. A need and needs and wants can be satisfied with products and services offered to the market. A product is not limited to physical objects or tangible items. A product is not limited. That is, that they can be seen and touched and felt rather than it is anything that satisfies a need is called a product. So basically, all the products you see here and here, you can basically touch them and you can use them. So a product can be a person, place, organization, activities, and even ideas. There are thousands of examples of products like food products, laptop, TV, mobile phones, clothing. These are all products that you can use them. Now, services are intangible, that means you cannot see or touch, but rather you can experience them. So services are deeds, processes, and performance co-produced or provided by one person for another person. If you go to the salon, you cannot see or touch when someone is, painting your nails or doing your hair or cutting your hair. Like you cannot touch it, but you can experience it. So services are intangible products. As economy grows, the service sector also starts flourishing. Like you have cinema experiences. It's an experience. You cannot see or touch cinema, right? You can go sit and experience the cinema. Example for room service, where also you cannot touch or see, like touch a room service, but you can experience it. So here are just few facts that the same can be seen in Indian scenario. Here, services contribute more than 55% to the GDP, and service sector includes banking. You cannot banking, insurance, teaching, advertising, consultants. You cannot see or touch banking. It's an experience. You go to the bank and they open an account for you, or you deposit money. You necessarily cannot touch the experience. That's a process you can't touch. It's a long process, sometimes short process, but you can't touch, but you can experience it. Next, we have customer value. We have just two more and we'll stop there, and I'll make maybe one last video on this chapter just to cover the rest. So next we have customer value. As discussed in the example of buying an iPod, we buy an iPod because it not only gives good music, that's the output, but also the cool fashion statement. So these are the different values that are, that this product gives to a customer. Imagine one buying a product. When we buy a product, aren't we thinking of the benefits the products bring to you? So when we buy a product, we see, okay, how is this useful to us? What kind of features it gives us? And it is not only benefit, it is rather the bundle of benefits associated with the products in the form of product quality, after sales services, warranty, repair cost, free home delivery, user friendliness. If, for a customer, if there's a certain product and that's not giving you free delivery, but another product is giving you free delivery and, customer satisfaction, post purchase, what do you say, after sales services, then the customer will go for product 2 rather than product 1. And here customers are smart and they evaluate between benefits they are acquiring and price they are paying for those benefits. In case I pay 1,000 rupees for a bag of chips, but that chips is only, it's a small bag of chips. It's not going to be that satisfaction, and the quality is not good. So why will I pay thousands of rupees for it? But if for 500 rupees I get, two big bags of chips, then that's so much benefit because it will last me longer number of days. It's worth the cost because it's much cheaper compared to other products, other brands of chips. And it gives me a satisfaction because it's the, you know it tastes good and there's good quality and you trust the company. So these are the values that basically this product gives you. Customer values difference between the values. Values benefits the customer gain from owning a product and cost of obtaining it. Obtaining the product. The cost of product is not limited to price but also time and energy spent shopping. Obviously, because you will like go to 5 different shops, search for that particular product, and then you will compare and see. So it's not just that 500 rupees for any product you're paying, but also how much time and energy you must have spent. So customer value can be shown as an equation below. So we have customer value equals total customer benefits, like the total customer benefits that the product is giving minus the total customer cost, like how much the customer is paying. So you have to remember this equation. You won't use like insert values or anything, but it's a good thing if you remember because they can ask in examinations. Thus, the marketer's role is to add more value to the product in terms of benefits, so the customer prefers the product in relation to competitors' product. Competitor is like other rival companies who are trying to sell to you, and the marketer you know, tries to pull you in to buy their product only rather than a customer, so that they get profits, but at the same time you also get satisfied from buying the product. Next, we have customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction is a measure of success of an organization. A customer is said to be satisfied if their expectations match with the actual performance of the product. Now you'll have an expectation for a TV to work for 5 years, or to have 10 different channels, or to have, if you have a smart TV, you want it to open Netflix, or you want to see the news with only one remote. That's your expectation. And if you go to the store and you see the product and it has all the expectations you had, all the features you wanted, then that's the performance of the product, and it has to match. It should not be that your expectations are higher but the actual performance of the product is lower, and the customer will not have good satisfaction. They will have low satisfaction. The customer satisfaction is the match between customers' expectations of the product and the product's actual performance. Customer satisfaction differs from one person to another. Not everyone will have same expectations for a product. Some might have higher expectations, some might have lower expectations. It is an experience which is different from different individuals. A proper evaluation of a product or service can only be done by experiencing it. So evaluation is the proper checking that you have the same that you have the expectation of the product, that is it matching. To check, you have to experience it. That can only be done after you buy the product or you experience the service. So customer satisfaction is a post-purchase phenomenon. You cannot have customer satisfaction before you buy a product because you don't know how much it satisfies you. After you buy and only use the product, or you experience a service, you will know what you like, what you don't like. Example, you go to a salon and you get your hair washed. Only after that you will know if you like your hair or not. You cannot, before going to the salon, and decide you like the hair or you don't like the hair. So satisfaction comes after you buy the product and you pay for it. So it's a post-purchase phenomenon. Satisfaction can only be measured by comparing pre-purchase expectation and post-purchase expected experience. So we have another experience here. Customer satisfaction equals to experience minus expectations. So you always have to remember, because they're two very tricky words, because experience and expectation, they all, first 3 words are the same. So don't get confused. It's experience. Your experience is always greater, more importance is given to it. So bigger minus a smaller expectation. The expectation is something that you had for the product, but experience is something you've experienced it after buying the product. So it can only be obtained once the customers experience a product or service. It is always a post-purchase phenomenon, which is quite emotional in nature. So since you bought the product, example, let's talk about a bad product. Example, you bought milk and it's expired, and you thought, and in the bottle it had written expiry date was only after 1 week, but when you bought it, the second day itself it got expired. Now your experience is bad, but your expectations was high for the product. So after buying only, you realize it's a bad product, you do not like it, you're sad. So it's a post-purchase phenomenon. You can only feel how much satisfied you are after you buy the product, not before the product. It's always after the product or service. Only then you will know if you're satisfied or not. Last, we have exchange process. Exchange is the act of obtaining a desired object from someone by offering something in return. Exchange process is very, very simple. It's basically when you receive a product, you pay for the product. That's an exchange, right? Someone's giving you a product, in return, you're giving the money. It's not like you get the product for free, and that's not how exchange process works. Marketing works through exchange. So exchange process is simply where an individual or organization obtain and satisfy a need or a want by offering some money in exchange of products or services, as I explained. Nobody will give you a product for free, otherwise the producers or manufacturers will not make money. And you will, you might be satisfied, but the customer is not satisfied. But if you see that in the opposite, you give the money, but the manufacturers or producers don't give you the product, then it's not an exchange process. Exchange process is only when somebody gives you a product or service and you pay for it. That is something exchanging, right? So, for example, you get a haircut at a salon and you pay for the haircut. So the money paid for the service taken is an exchange process. The exchange process extends into relationship marketing as we encounter into an exchange relationship all the time. This is a little confusing topic and it's explained in the chapter, but I'll do it a bit later since we are only going to do till here today, and I'll explain it in the third video. So relationship marketing, that's there. In the above example, if we are satisfied by the haircut service, we may intend to take more services from the same salon and intend to become a permanent customer of the salon. So here you can see a little bit of customer relationship marketing, how you become from a customer to a consumer, or how you are like impressed with the salon's, services. So now you are like loyal to them and you go to them every time because they know how to do your haircut. You're happy with the product, you're happy with the service that you experience. And so you become a permanent customer, and by delivering value to customer, relationship with the customer is developed. Now there's a relationship between customers and marketers. So when you're delivering value, that's the benefits that you get from a service, and that's what the customer likes. So now the customer come to your company or your service every time. So marketing is earning profits by building relationship with customer through satisfying his or her or their needs and wants. And the same can be applicable for a product too. So marketing is earning profits, right? So once you pay for a product or service, now the company is earning money. But at the same time, they can only keep earning money as long as they have a relationship with the customer through satisfying a person's needs and wants. So the different products and services, like if a person needs this product or a particular service, and the marketer fulfills by giving those products and services, only then the customer will pay again and again. And this can be applicable for a product as well. So that brings us to the end. Further, we have a knowledge assessment. You can, search the answers yourself. If you can't, then you have answers given here. So I'll post the material in the description box so that you can open it if you haven't seen it or your school hasn't recommended the material yet. Or if your school is using a different material and you're not able to understand, then you can use this one. Most of the schools will give you this material, a link to this material, because it's a PDF given by CBSE. So this is very helpful. And as I mentioned in my last video, we have another marketing textbook, and there are few portions or topics in that textbook which is very important for first chapter, as it might come for examinations as well. So I'll make part 4 on that, or the separate things that come only from the textbook and which is important. So I'll be screen sharing the textbook and few notes so that it's easy to understand and so that you can have a reference. So after you watch part 1, part 2, part 3 from the material, then you can go refer to the textbook, what is important, what is different from the material. There are few things in the that's not given. There are few things that are not given in the material, but it is part of the marketing syllabus. So I'll make a different video on that. So thank you for watching, and thank you for waiting for me to make a part 2. I never expected people to watch the first video, but since um, so many of you did and you asked for a second video, here it is. So from now on, I will be posting consistently since I know that there are people who are watching it. So thank you for watching. Hit the bell for so that when I post a video, you can get the notification and you can study consistently so that you don't have a large gap between the part 1, part 2, part 3. So I'll keep posting regularly from now on.